West Coast, air it out. Yeah, I heard the little talks on them comments. Fuck the blog shit, some bitch straight running out. Them Twitter fingers ain't added up. I'ma have a motherfucking pump bitch running out. I'm gunning out. Swear to God, I will come and hunt you down like a motherfucking greyhound. Let you get this tip like Nunu wasn't A-Town. Got a call from Gotti, motherfuckers all fake now.
I'ma keep it playing now. Why you worry about the whereabouts? Bitch, we outside. We ain't worried about y'all. Been us, verse all. Names been rings to school, junior high school halls. Bitch, pause and applaud the crew. Ain't my fault that you always been loose. Outside sucking for the juice. Bitch, we been the cloud name in your mind.
Yeah, gang, gang, my bitches on the same thing. Little pretty bitch, but I'm really known as slang hang. Dope bitch, never come concern me about no whole shit. Been getting money, I'ma show you who the goat is. Add it up, little trench bitch, and I'm tatted up. Gat it up, yeah, I keep it on me, try and challenge her. Pull up in your hood, I bet I clear it out, air it out. How your mama worry about your whereabouts?
It's Addy, bitch. West Coast on some bad shit. Attitude have hoes mad at this. I ain't bragging, bitch, not your average chick. Coming through with classy hair. So you mad at this? I'ma just look right past the bitch. Eastside shit, we back again. Rapping it. Bet you gon' respect the bitch. Chia.
Y'all doing and welcome. I am Willie Williams. Appreciate y'all for joining the player. Subscribe. Please remember, go around to the WillieWilliamsShow.com. Y'all check out a few things. Subscribe to the website. If you would like to support a player around here, you can get something for you and them little ugly ass babies by clicking the Get link on the website. If you like to see what we call the event video, click around to the Patreon, the Willie Williams Show. The link is down there in the description. I need you liking, sharing, telling somebody about a player. We try to get the thumbs up over 500 in every show so we can do something to the algorithm. Listen, we got a PayPal link down in the description. We got $sign, top and bottom. Willie Williams Show, that is the cash app. And if you just so happen to hit that super chat, please don't go over $5 because the player don't know if he getting it or not. They say I get 30, they say that they get 70. God damn it, I think they getting the whole 100. Remember, the Midday News Show, if you can't watch it with your eyes and you can't use your peripherals and see a player, big word, I hear any goddamn screen. We do got a thing called a podcast on Anchor and Spotify, the Willie Williams Show. Please follow me on IG and Twitter at the WW Show. Appreciate y'all. Peekaboo. Peekaboo, I done jumped on in here. How's y'all doing? Welcome. Thank y'all for coming on in here. I'm Willie Williams. Appreciate y'all for joining me. This just old pop-up. Midday News Show. Shout out to Battle Cat. For the $5 cash app. Say, oh, it's say Midday News. That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate that right there, for real. Shout out to Shy Kid for the $5 super chat. He say, love me a surprise show. Happy STD Friday, y'all. Happy STD Friday. How's y'all living? They not sending out notifications, of course, because I'm not supposed to be around here. I done gave up my little spot. And now the circulation, or what is the thing called, the algorithm, ain't feeling me no more at the 12 o'clock time. You know, they be in their doggone feelings. But in case y'all don't know, we also streaming live on twitch.tv.com, the Willie Williams Show. We have 251 followers. We're trying to get up to 255 followers by the week's end. Appreciate that right there. We're also streaming live on Twitter, twitter.com, the Willie Williams Show. Thank y'all for being around there. Remember, y'all hit the thumbs up, help play out around here in these screens. We're also streaming live on Rumble, rumble.com. If you're over there on Rumble, make sure that you done signed up for Rumble. That way you can do the thumbs ups. You can do the Rumble rants. You can share. You can do all that good stuff that we need for you to do around here in the doggone street. What it do. Say Willie popped up right on time. That's what's up. Listen, as long as y'all in here, y'all make sure that y'all go ahead on and hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up and hit the share button. People don't know that we're here right now. And that goes to show that what is the thing called? The notifications is not being sent out. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Say at work, not working, watching Willie. Appreciate that right there, for real. Just don't get laid off. Y'all know that they be acting a little fidgety around here, especially when y'all got them people who is trying to be bosses, who are trying to be shift leads and team leaders and all that fly stuff. They trying to get the little 10-cent raise, so you got to watch out for them type of people right there too. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for rocking with a player, for real though. Got to be more careful. What? How's y'all doing? Let's start there. How's you good people doing? You know, we trying to get some numbers up. Gonna see what it do.
We just had 32 people in the building. Y'all there is not sending out anything. I need some more likes, y'all. I do understand that y'all is in here. Make sure that y'all have hit that like button. Make sure that y'all share. Make sure that you good people share. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But I ain't going to hold you long. I'm not going to hold you long. I'm not going, we got to get to 100. I'm not going to do that to you good people because you good people showed up. You good people showed up. So we just going to go ahead on and jump on into something. Hold up. I saw something that I had, but for some reason I don't have it now. Was that on, I think that was on the gram. I think this was on the gram. Hold on. Yada, yada, yada. Hit that, do that. Hold on. If y'all not following me on Instagram, it's something really, really wrong with you good people. It's something really, really wrong with you good people. Go around there to Instagram, The Willie Williams Show. Thank you in advance. Thank you in advance because I know that you good people will go around there and follow a player on the gram. I really do thank you. Y'all, yeah. I found this right here. We got to go to the gram real quick. To all our light of you sisters, to all our light of you people, males and females, man. I don't know what's going on with y'all. I don't know what's going on with y'all, but a lot of y'all liberals be out here just doing too much. Y'all really do be doing too much. Let me just go and put up on the screen for you real quick and show you what I mean by y'all be doing too much. Cut the sound on. The sound is on. This thing say, what the F is up with liberal white women? Y'all please listen to this right here. Watch it.
Trust black women, they lead the way. Trust black women, they lead the way. White women, stop abandoning your sisters. Trust black women, they lead the way. Oh, we're mad as hell. Oh, can't you tell? Oh, we're mad as hell. Can't you tell? We dissent, you fucking fascists. Oh, we're mad as hell. Can't you tell? Thank you.
I'm so disappointed in our white sisters. I am so disappointed in our white sisters out here in these streets. Who raised y'all? Huh? Who the hell raised y'all? I know good as hell well Patricia ain't raised y'all. It's a doggone shame out here. What the trust black women say they lead the way. Trust black women, they lead the way. What liberal organization done paid y'all to do this right here? I can't take us serious. Say no husband, or no dogs. He say if they had either, they would not be out there. Bam! It looked like some lonely bitches. You know what I'm saying? I don't, oh God. I can't believe. Hold on. Let's see what this person right here write. Nope. You say, don't try to be our sisters now. Wait a minute. Listen, y'all be going too far. You say you sabotage us in the workplace, mistreat our children in the classrooms where you teach, give us a hard time wherever we go, lie on our brothers and sons, child bye. Don't try this foolishness now calling us your sisters because we ain't not checking for it at all. Would you try to destroy, would you try to destroy for somebody else ends up coming back to kick you in the poop chute, and now you ready to unite. You trivialize our struggle, call us angry, and now you want our sympathy and our support. Say, I don't think so, sweetie. You gets none over here. Baby got 1,500 likes. 1,527 likes. He say, nope. Don't try to be our sisters now. Listen. And this is why this throwed me off. Trust black women, they lead the way. Because I'm assuming that this person is a black woman. Yep. That person is a black woman, and that person does not see that our white sisters is trying to be sisters. This is their apology, I guess. I don't understand. And their apology for what? Well, I guess for all the things that she had done said that white women have been doing for the longest. But I don't. This is kind of like when people go to court and people get upset because they don't show remorse and or say that I'm sorry. I be trying to tell people it's best not to show remorse and say that you're sorry, because once you do that, people will just not accept it and accept you. The majority of the time they would not say, I don't believe the tears that they had. I don't believe the apology and all that. But when you don't do it, oh my God, they didn't even show any type of consideration and or damn it, sadness about what they had done did. See, when you apologize, they put their foot on your necks. I'm just trying to help. You say no apology needed. We do not accept. That's what's up. Hold on. They say my sisters is sitting this one out. They say y'all need to find y'all own way. Say no shade. Happy Black History Month. That's what's up. You say, look like I'm just not ready for a relationship right now. I say I have my own stuff to deal with on my plate. You say let me let you let me go. That's what's up. I was like, oh my God, who the hell going on? Is they trying to get a raise on the job or something? Did they do this after DEI was lifted? This is just completely wrong. And to my other Light of Hue sisters who have not failed short of glory, don't fall short of glory. Don't do stuff like this right here. It's not appealing and it's not attractive. Moving right along, I ain't gonna eat much hold. If y'all just not coming on in, man, we also streaming live on Twitch, Twitter, and Rumble. All at the same doggone time. We everywhere. We everywhere. I need y'all subscribing and sharing. Y'all please remember go around here to Pleasant Candles. Pleasant Candles, right. PleasantCandles.com. Go around there. It's the biggest, the hugest, the largest candle company in the world. As we say around here, you got the speaker. You got to bring it to fruition out here in these streets. Y'all going on around that. Everything is Willie poured. Nothing is third party. Everything comes from my warehouse to your house. If you would like for your area to smell better than it does right now, just go around there. PleasantCandles.com. I'm still trying to work on a commercial. I just keep getting backed up. Damn, I got too many things going on. Y'all, let's go ahead and get into a little something. They say, well, we got 1,276 pounds. We're going to call it pounds. Of that work. Pounds. Of that raw. Oh, Jesus. Wonder where was she at with it. We have a Florida woman. My state, stay in your ground state, but go home state. Please don't run away for our life state. Florida woman arrested after BPD. A K9 uncovers nearly 1,300 pounds of that cocaine out here in these streets. Here we go.
Florida woman is sitting in the Jefferson County Jail on first-degree felony drug charges.
But that doesn't even begin to tell the full story. Her arrest stemming from one of the largest cocaine seizures in Southeast Texas history.
According to recent DPS numbers from the southern border, the street value of this cocaine roughly $17.3 million.
That's a lot of that white girl. Go ahead.
A huge haul of blow found in a U-Haul trailer on I-10 eastbound between Brush Island Road and Hampshire Road in Jefferson County. The cocaine filling the entire corner of a room at BPD headquarters.
Tonight, the investigation...
He called it blow.
Just getting underway. KFDM's Trey Sanchez joining us live near Interstate 10 in Beaumont with this new at 10 report. Trey?
Kimberly Aaron, Interstate 10 is still considered a major route for drug traffickers. This morning, Beaumont police and a K9 showed just how true that is. This towering display of cocaine weighs nearly 1,300 pounds. The seizure stems from a traffic stop at about 7:30 Thursday morning on I-10 East near mile marker 832. Investigators say the driver, 43-year-old Kedra Parker of Florida, committing a traffic violation while driving a 15-passenger van towing a U-Haul trailer.
She committed a traffic violation with that work. Got to be more.
K9 Rip, seen here in a BPD photo taken several years ago, alerted to the presence of narcotics. A search revealed 12 black and yellow totes containing about 1,276 pounds of cocaine.
Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
Police seized the drugs, hauled Parker to jail, and began investigating to see how high up the food chain they can go. In the drug investigation, one of the largest seizures in the history of Southeast Texas.
They say to see how far up the food chain they can go. So y'all know what that mean, right? To see how many people that she gonna snitch on, to see if they can get to the top person who is distributing this stuff, or who had that work and who is deciding to distribute out here in these streets. I think she gonna tell you.
The charge is a first-degree felony. A judge will arraign Parker and set bond. Reporting live in Beaumont, Trey Sanchez, Aaron Kimberly, back.
And you know what'd be crazy, because the system will try to save this baby. They will even go as far as saying that baby had postpartum. She was forced. She was forced by a man. She was forced by a man because a woman would never. A woman would never decide to do this herself. Not at all. Look at all that work. Just let me get one. Just let me get one. And let me get one. That's 17 million. That baby riding around with $17 million worth of work. Got to be more careful. Listen, decisions. Decisions. And or it could have been a setup. She was driving a 15-passenger van. Did they say why towing a U-Haul? Run that back.
1,300 pounds. The seizure stems from a traffic stop at about 7:30 Thursday morning on I-10 East near mile marker 832. Investigators say the driver, 43-year-old Kedra Parker of Florida, committing a traffic violation while driving a 15-passenger van towing a U-Haul trailer.
Oh, a U-Haul trailer. Oh. Oh, so she would probably had one of the box trailers with a 15-passenger van. Hey, you driving a 15-passenger van with a box van. You should have just had a regular truck. Hey, you need the 15-passenger van. Is it a church van or something? Or she just out here just with the plain old Enterprise or Avis van out here? Man, got to be more careful. I wonder, what did she do? Like, did she change lanes without signaling or something like that right there? Did she get off without signaling? Did she... I don't know what she had done did, but whatever she had done did, we need to know. We need to know what that baby had done did, so we can teach other people what not to do when you got this much work. Oh my God, I wonder. Now I wonder because it's not hers. She's just a driver. I wonder, how much do the driver get paid? How much do y'all think that a driver should get paid? Yeah. At 7:30 in the morning, trafficking. How much should the driver get paid if the driver is trafficking $17 million worth of that work? Do the driver get like $20 an hour or something, $25 an hour? I don't know. She lost the whole thing. She lost the whole shipment. I mean, the entire shipment. You say she get $300? Got to be more careful. Is that the going rate right now for trafficking? Got to. Anyway, move right along. I ain't gonna even much hold you on this pop up right now, ladies. I'm trying to tell y'all. Finna show y'all something, which is not new. This is not new because for some reason we just got to keep trying to save females out here in these streets. And y'all so educated. This is what be throwing me off. Y'all be so educated and y'all need constant reminders. Y'all need constant reminders and constant pats on the back or something like that right there. Hell, I'm just trying to make it sound good. But y'all need constant support. The people who say that they independent need constant reminders, support, need constant guidance, because without this constant guidance, y'all mess around and make a right when y'all still supposed to be going straight. I'm just saying. Okay, not all. I understand, but damn it, we got something else. We got something that's called women in distress. Women in distress. There is an increase of domestic love situations in the great state of Florida. My state, stand your ground state, but speech go home state. Please don't run away from our life state out here. There is an increase in domestic love situations. I told y'all at the beginning of the doggone year that y'all will continue to leave Earth double time, double the rate that y'all did last year. Now we finna show some numbers. We got some numbers of women in distress. But I got something to point out. Go ahead.
We're seeing some new video of the suspect in a murder-suicide showing up at the victim's job weeks before police say that he shot and killed her. The murder is part of a disturbing trend across South Florida. Experts say they've noticed a big increase when it comes to domestic violence cases.
Yeah, many of these turning deadly, in fact. CBS News Miami's Terry Hornstein. She's here with the...
Do y'all understand that they said experts have noticed? I wonder what makes you an expert when it comes down to the DV thing. Because I would consider myself an expert, and we is in the great month of April the 18th, 20th, 25th. I've noticed this last year. Would that consider me an expert? I believe that I'm an expert now.
So domestic violence cases.
Yeah, many of these turning deadly, in fact. CBS News Miami.
Domestic violence cases. Experts say they've noticed a big increase trend across South Florida. Experts say they've noticed a big increase when it comes to domestic violence cases.
Yeah, many of these turning deadly, in fact. CBS News Miami's Terry Hornstein. She's here with the numbers and what those are suffering should do, because that's really key here.
It really is, Betty and Erica, and this is really a terrifying trend. Just this week, that woman was killed by who police say was her estranged husband. Indiana Sandoval was killed while at work Monday morning in Miami off of 27th Avenue. Police say Reynaldo Sandoval then turned the gun on himself. We spoke to Dr. Linda Parker, the head of Women in Distress in Broward. She tells us their shelter is full and the rest of the victims are in hotels trying to get away from their abusive partners.
I'm glad that I said that right now. The shelters is full, and they in hotels. This shows that there is a large amount of domestic love relationships, right? We all got it, right? Right. That there's a problem, right? That's what we're gonna say. Doesn't this also shows the biggest problems in decision making? Huh?
And the numbers here, even more worrisome. Domestic violence is up 28% across the state, a 23% rise just in Broward. And the most disturbing part of all of this, a 66% increase in the number of domestic violence deaths. After her death, we learned Sandoval posted a cry for help on social media, saying if something happened to her, her estranged husband was responsible.
How is that a cry for help? Because we talked about this situation right here, the way she went to social media. If anything happened to me, then it's because of my husband and all that flash. How is that a cry for help if you didn't even take the advice of, I think it was like her sister or her mama or her cousin or some shit like that right there, had told her to go back to Honduras or something like that to get from around him? So how is this a cry for help?
Cualquier cosa que me vaya a pasar, él es responsable.
Please let us come to help you. That is our job.
Police have to beg, it's begging women, please let us come help y'all. Please.
We will do it gladly. And if it is not a moment of crisis, there are resources at your available to you.
That was the Miami-Dade sheriff you just heard from there, responding to another domestic violence incident over the weekend. So take a look at your screen here. These are some of those resources she was talking about out there to help you or someone you care about get that.
Y'all do understand that all of these DV resources, y'all know all of them is for women? I know, but Willie, men can use them too. Yes, but they was created for women. They was literally created for women.
Help they need. You can call the Florida 24-hour crisis hotline or the national hotline as well. And doctors say the reasons for the rise in these cases, well, COVID, money stress, mental health, and alcohol and drug abuse. Always important to talk to someone if you are suffering.
Okay, back that up. You say the experts say the reasoning
as well. And doctors say the reasons for the rise in these cases, well, COVID.
Doctors say the rise in domestic love cases is C-19. That speaks volumes. C-19 been over what, for about 3 years now? We in 2025. He said the rise of it. Remember, they pointing out the rise happened in 2025. C-19 was what, 2021-ish? Hell, it really started like in 19 in November, then it hit America in March of 2020. So, but then it ran on into like 21. So, about from 21 to 23. So, is doctors telling us that now we seeing the effects of C-19? Of y'all taking these things? The things that they hadn't told us that we can go it on the taste so we can live? Is this what's going on? Because why would they say that? Why would it be the first thing that doctors say?
Reasons for the rise in these cases, well, COVID, money stress, mental health, and alcohol and drug abuse. Always important to talk to someone if you are suffering. In the newsroom, Terry.
Always talk to someone if you're suffering. She may have a good point. Talk to someone if you're suffering. Domestic love relationships, people don't see them as suffering. It's not a suffrage thing. This is something that we want to be in. I keep trying to explain it to y'all, but not even your most expensive counselors will tell y'all that we like it. And the first way to, like they say, to get over something or out of something, or like out of your like addiction or something like that, the first thing you have to do is what? Admit it. See, your counselors is not getting you as a patient to admit that you like it. See, we can't work. Us therapists, we can't work. We can't get you down off the ledge, if you is on the ledge, if you don't admit that you like it. So then we can start working it back of, why do you like it? Why do you believe you like it? Is it anything from childhood? And we can work it on up there to try to, But if you don't admit it, it's going to continue to be a thing. I just don't understand. You say some are drawn to that level of drama. Yes. I pointed out many years ago, and I didn't even know that was part of the game, that females like that you to show them that you really, really love them. I didn't know that actually was a turn on. I know, Jesus, because I wasn't raised like that. I'm just saying. So listen. What that baby said?
Monday morning in Miami off of 27th Avenue. Police say Reynaldo Sandoval then turned the gun on himself. Okay. We spoke to Dr. Linda Parker, the head of Women in Distress in Broward. She tells us their shelter is full and the rest of the victims are in hotels trying to get away from their abusive partners.
So you got to ask yourself, should y'all be making y'all own decisions when it comes down to picking men? Because we can't say that all men is liking or is in domestic love relationships, because like they say that we have this thing called incels, involuntary celibacy men. That means that it's involuntary, so they're not even able to get monkey from females. There's a whole bunch of men who is not getting picked. Y'all keep picking the same group of men. This is what y'all keep doing. So maybe females need to take a look at their decision making and say, you know what? If if I really like this type of dude, maybe I should pick the opposite. And just try it out. Try it out. Now you're gonna fight. You're gonna be like, oh my God. You're gonna have to fight yourself from not being with the type of man that you like. But you got to fight it. You really do got to fight it, because your decision making, man, is ending up with y'all inside shelters and shit. Shelters, funeral homes, and, in hotels. Because your decision making. I know. You all can put it on the men. Well, they wouldn't have to be in shelters if the men weren't showing that they love them. I ain't arguing that. I'm not arguing that. All I'm arguing is they picking the men. Yeah. That's it. It is what it is. Move right along. I ain't gonna eat much hold you. Dog, we 35 minutes up in this thing. Hell, we just getting, they not sending out the notifiers. But it is what it is. Little pop-up show, and I hope everybody is enjoying themselves so far here in these doggone streets. Can we now get the likes up over 100? Hell, we 35 minutes in. Come on now. Can we get over 100? I need the support around here in these doggone streets. Listen, y'all, we also streaming on Rumble, rumble.com, The Willie Williams Show, twitter.com, The Willie Williams Show, and twitch.com, The Willie Williams Show. Let me get a refresh on that right there. Got that. Bam, we doing it. Looking real good. Got that. Bam. Let's go on out here to the schools. Let's go on to the schools real quick. No. No, we're not going to go to the schools first. We're going to go to this viral video. It's a violent and viral video I hear in these streets. A player gets shot in a Walgreens. Got it. Player get off for shooting a player in Walgreens due to the stand your ground law in Florida. Here we go.
And now to video you saw exclusively First on 10 of a deadly confrontation between two men inside a South Florida Walgreens.
And the man who fired the fatal shot is no longer facing charges. Local 10 crime specialist Bridget Matter is in Miramar with more.
The state attorney's office found Jamie Taylor was justified in using force after an encounter at this Walgreens. The charges were dropped under the Florida Stand Your Ground law. The case has been closed against 28-year-old Jamie Taylor, who was facing murder and manslaughter charges for the death of Anthony Souvenir.
Unfortunately that it had to happen. I just know at the moment he was killed to be killed.
Surveillance video from inside a Miramar Walgreens off Southwest 101st Avenue lays it all out. It was February 3rd. The two men were customers and got into it.
He kept talking. I told him, I'm not talking to you. And his girlfriend told him that I wasn't talking to him either. He told me that, yeah, I see you got a gun and I got one too.
Taylor said he didn't shoot until he saw Souvenir's gun.
He was all the way at the back of the store. He walked by me, said what he had to say, and then came all the way from the back of the store to the front of the store. And he told me, I'm finna show you.
You see Souvenir fall, and Taylor runs from the store. Taylor would be booked and charged, but after a review by the Broward County State Attorney's Office, the charges were dropped. The 28-year-old says he never wanted to kill anyone, but said he needed to defend himself. Taylor says he ran because he was being shot at, but came back to the store once he saw Miramar police respond. In Miramar, Bridget Matter, local.
Smart move. Listen, if you have an opportunity to come back to the scene of the crime, when law enforcement get on around there and you're saying like a stand your ground or it's self-defense, something like that right there, please come back up or please call the police. Do not get into a situation. Don't get into a situation to where you're going to claim self-defense or stand your ground and you do not contact law enforcement. You don't even have to go back. Contact law enforcement and tell them what just had to happen. Man down, need medical assistance at such and such place where you just pop the player. You know what I'm saying? Do not just run off and have law enforcement trying to look for you and you gonna sit back and claim self-defense. Don't please. Now this the player right here who got into the argument where Buddy had done said, I'm not talking to you. And it's so crazy because, watch this. His girl told him, well, he not talking to you, baby. He did not know how to control himself. According to the story, he did not know how to control himself. Trying to show out in front of his la la because he got a gun on him too. Yeah. He got them big chunks on. Now I guess your little la gonna be wearing your big chunks because you off earth. For doing something that you weren't supposed to be out here doing.
Posed against 28-year-old Jamie Taylor, who was facing murder and manslaughter charges for the death of Anthony Souvenir.
Unfortunate that it had to happen. I just know at the moment he was killed to be killed.
Then I had done told y'all, and I guess because like I'm in Florida, so it's kind of like Florida and like Texas. Like we have like this understanding of everybody got a gun. Even if they don't got a gun, everybody got a gun.
Surveillance video from inside a Miramar.
Let me show you where it went wrong at.
Walgreens off Southwest 101st Avenue lays it all out. It was February 3rd. The two men were customers and got into it.
He kept talking. I told him, I'm not talking to you.
He said, I'm not talking to you. Right there. Sad part is, when we already arguing, and one person said, I'm not talking to you, the other person don't know how to just hush. We have that problem. We don't know how to hush when somebody say, man, I ain't talking to you. And maybe it's because of how that person said it, because y'all know we sensitive to how somebody say something instead of what they said. You know.
His girlfriend told him that I wasn't talking to him either.
Even his little la say he wasn't talking. That mean bother you. Leave it alone, man.
Told me that, yeah, I see you got a gun and I got one too.
Now, that's the problem. I know we have that new thing to where you can have your gun. You can show that you have a gun in the great state of Florida. And if I'm not mistaken, that's without a license or something like that right there. But you can't leave the great state of Florida if you don't have a license with a firearm. Like I've been trying to tell people for the longest. Stop following those laws. Man, conceal your weapons. Conceal your weapons, because for Buddy to say, I see you got a gun. I got one too. Now he's stupid for saying I got a gun too. Yeah, he had a smart woman. Baby, he not talking to you, baby. Listen, if your little la is not trying to prevent you from getting into a situation with another man, because typically when men on men, this shit can go south. We end up dead or in the hospital. If she would not try to help you to stand down, that bitch don't like you. I'm trying to tell you, and she's trying to get you removed off earth. But look. He said, I see your gun. So for the player who had done got off for doing the shooting, you got to find a better way to conceal your firearm. For the player who had done well, he off earth now, and his dumb ass gonna say, but I got one too. Why would you tell somebody you got a gun? You got to be the stupidest people.
Taylor said he didn't shoot until he saw Souvenir's gun.
He was all the way at the back of the store. He walked by me, said what he had to say, and then came all the way from the back of the store.
He went to the back of the store. He was still alive. He walked to the back of the store, said what he said, and then came back up. In my mind, he walked to the back of the store so he can cock that thing and make sure that is one in the head, and then come on back up to the front to go ahead on and show his little la that he know how to shoot a gun.
The front of the store, he told me, I'm finna show you.
You see Souvenir fall, and Taylor runs from the store. Taylor would be booked and charged, but after a review by the Broward County State Attorney's Office, the charges were dropped.
I got one good question. Now, for him to be speaking this way by telling him, I see that you got a gun, and I got a gun too. I wonder, did he have his gun legally? I wonder, did the other one, the one who is off earth, I wonder if he had his legally. Because obviously, the shooter had his legally. The shooter had his legally. The one who did, I don't know, and that's what I need to know. Because typically, let me explain something to you good people. Typically, law-abiding citizens, when they have their firearms, they don't tell somebody that I got a gun. They don't speak like that normally. I got a gun, and then I'm finna show you. Because it's one thing about having a legal gun, your ass really held accountable. You really held accountable. This is why a lot of people with guns, they typically are not quick to shoot. They typically not quick to shoot because you got to prove that you was in the right. I'm trying to tell you. And if you don't know these doggone laws now, you in trouble. Please don't try this here at home. Move right along. I ain't gonna eat much, hold you. Y'all just not coming on in. We also streaming live on Twitch, twitch.tv.com, The Willie Williams Show, Twitter, twitter.com, The Willie Williams Show, Rumble, rumble.com, The Willie Williams Show. Thank y'all. I need some more thumbs up. Support is a verb out here in these streets. I need some support out here in these streets. I need you. Come on around here. Listen, hit the thumbs up no matter where you're watching the player at. Share no matter where you're watching the player at. When the last time y'all been to a funeral? When the last time you good people been to a funeral out here in these streets? Now I am just starting to think I may not want to go to a funeral no more. Like the funeral part isn't the problem yet. Well, hell, I can't really say that there because out in Chicago, they shooting up the damn funerals at the church. You know what I'm saying? But that's far in between right there. So I'm still kind of comfortable with going to like the church for the funerals. It's the burial sites for me. Damn, it's outside for me. There's too many and so many situations to where there is gunfire at the burial site. We have a man who has died after gunfire erupts at a funeral. Over they had an argument, and y'all know we be arguing and shit. We can argue out here in these streets.
Well, Janine, I've heard of fights at funeral homes. Of course, emotions run high when families grieve, but as near a quarter of a century reporting, I have never seen anyone interrupt a graveside service with gunfire and murder.
When you have a crowd and gunfire is being rained down upon people, we're just lucky that more people haven't showed up at the hospital with wounds.
The amount of gunfire at a graveside service Wednesday afternoon at Oakwood Cemetery in Richmond's East End caused chaos in the crowd.
Everybody got out of their cars and we was praying and stuff. They didn't even get a chance to put my brother in the ground, but it was an argument going on. An argument that ended with more than a dozen rounds fired. Family members say the deceased man's uncle hit multiple times by bullets.
Do y'all even know that typically when we come into the burial site, you really don't be talking? You really is not like we not holding like a conversation because we walking to the burial site part and like we still sad. You may see people who had then came to the church. Now that you walking up to the burial site, that you may speak to, hey there, how you doing? What's up, boy? Got to be, you know what I'm saying? Damn, boy, it's sad time. You know what I'm saying? To while you're walking up, but you're kind of whispering with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the hell out here just straight up arguing before the body go down? You know. Shout out to Donald for the $2 cash app. Say OT support on STD Friday. I appreciate that right there. For real though.
He was rushed to VCU Medical Center where he was pronounced dead.
For real, I don't even deal with my mom's side of the family like that. Only my dad's side.
Oh, so the mom's side loose. Oh, damn, her mama's side loose.
Like that. Only my dad's side, because this is what they do.
The feds, forensics and major crimes detectives collecting evidence and interviewing survivors.
We've had incidents, homicides at hospitals. We've had them, unfortunately, at schools, and obviously 2 years ago at a graduation ceremony, but never that I can remember. I've been here 26 years. I've never seen a crime scene while there's still the casket of a body that can't be buried until this crime scene's finished. So it's a new low.
So that's a learning lesson for all you good people. Your loved one will not go in the ground until the investigation is over. You say yes, it's usually quiet when you get to the burial site. Yep. Arguing about what? Right? What the hell we arguing about? Somebody owes somebody some money or something? Drunk. Well, drunk. Because listen. In case y'all haven't been paying attention, a lot of people go to the funerals high. I've seen a few people drinking before the funeral. I've seen a few people drunk at the funeral, but shout out to those drunks because they was able to hold their liquor. You know, they didn't embarrass themselves and or the family, but you can smell it. It's reeking. It's coming out of their pores, but you know that they drunk because you know them in the community. You know, hell, they always drunk, you know.
A low that loved ones of a man being buried are living, staring in shock and disbelief as they get ready to grieve their latest loss.
Fights
but this casket cannot be lowered. That is so sad.
At funerals or at burials are not that unusual. It's an emotional time for many folks. What's unusual is people settle those fights with gunfire.
You can't feel safe at a funeral. That's ridiculous. It is. Bad enough you can't go to bars, restaurant, because you have to think about what's going to happen. And then to come to a funeral, it's messed up.
Janine and Julie asked for the shooter. We don't have much information about him, only that a family member tells us he was family attending the service. Police are working leads and asking the community for help. Reporting live in downtown Richmond at police headquarters, John Burkett.
So family done shot family. Family done shot family out here in there. It's not an outsider. It wasn't the ops. Although we have ops within the family. Yes, we do have ops within the family. That baby say, I speak to y'all, but I don't want people to know. That is me. That baby say, I rocks with my daddy's side. I don't rock with my mama's side like that right there. I don't rock with my mama's side. Because they like that. Shout herself out for knowing how to separate herself all these years from the side of the family that's about that life. Yeah, no. This should be a learning lesson to a whole bunch of us. She was able to separate herself because she recognized that they about their life and you don't want to be about their life. A lot of y'all believe that y'all still got to deal with people that y'all really don't want to deal with, but a lot of y'all be feeling pressure, which is kind of strange to me because I thought that y'all was adults. How is y'all pressured to be kicking it with somebody that you don't agree with? How can somebody pressure you into dealing with that cousin or that brother or that sister or that uncle, that auntie? How? I thought you was an adult. I thought you were independent. I thought you made your own decisions. I thought you had your own choices. I thought you had free will. Huh? Say you're not safe nowhere. And that's the thought process that I think that the majority of us need to adopt. You're not safe nowhere. You need you got to keep your eyes on the prize. It may go down anywhere. That should be your thought. It may go down anywhere. For real though. Moving right along. I ain't gonna even much hold you. Ladies. Oh boy, we talked about this, I think it was last week. We talked about something similar here. We talked about you babies. The prices going up on you babies when it's coming down to getting your hair did out here in these doggone streets. Damn it, so they doing more talking about the tariffs, and it seems to me that they is trying to upset black folk. I'm looking at it from both sides. Now what they is about to say right here, it's true. It's true. We talk about Trump tariffs. We talk about the tariffs. The Trump tariffs is affecting the beauty supply businesses that we spoke about last week, but now they around here in Florida, my state. Remember, but now we down here in Florida, and they talking to business owners and stuff like that right there in Florida. The crazy part is, remember a while back, or remember when they used to say, well, white women wear weave just as much as black women. This is the second video that I've seen to where we're talking about Trump tariffs and how it's going to affect black business owners because they sell the weave. For some reason, it's not going to affect the white business owners because they sell weave. I'm not understanding, but here we go. Let's talk about it.
Turning now to President Trump's tariffs. One industry you might not have thought about when it comes to tariffs is beauty.
And Local 10's Christian Elros live now in Lauderdale.
Notice they call it beauty. I want y'all to understand the words that's being used. They call it beauty, just like beauty supply stores, beauty supply shops. They letting women know that you're not beautiful unless you do something to yourself to be beautiful, and you got to come around here and shop at the supply store, the salon, or something like that right there, to be beautiful. They have taught women that you have to buy your beauty, that you're not already beautiful. Players, that's why when we be sitting back trying to tell a female, dog, like you're pretty, like you're beautiful, like why don't you recognize it? It's because they have been programmed that they're not beautiful unless they get the add-ons. Go ahead.
Del Lakes to tell us why looking good could cost you more. Christian.
Looking good. So we say beauty and looking good. So y'all ain't beautiful and y'all don't look good unless you do every stuff to yourself. Go ahead.
We all want to look cute, right? But at what cost?
We all want to look cute. You got a point. You got a point with that one.
Talking about salons and beauty supply stores like this one. We see them all across South Florida. And it's also where hairs are raising over these tariffs. Short and curly, long and lush, all the colors of the rainbow, synthetic and real human hair. At Beauty Supply for You in Lauderdale Lakes, wig specialist Yvette Baldwin.
Detailer balayage wigs.
She's a specialist. Pay attention to her number one sellers.
$459.99.
Jesus, say it again.
Balayage wigs.
At $459.99, this is her best seller.
It's custom colored, custom dyed.
And
her best seller is $459 wig that does not look like a black woman's hair.
This is top of the line. This is your share wig.
It sure does. It gives share.
But hairs.
It's a share wig. In case y'all don't understand what a share wig, the woman Cher. The singer, I think Cher was a singer, wasn't it? Or was Cher an actor? Damn it, but it's a white woman's hair. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is selling, baby.
Share wig.
It sure does. It gives share.
But hairs are raising at locally owned small beauty supply businesses like this one. Virtually every wig, extension, and accessory here comes from, you guessed it,
from China. It's really making me sick.
Some business owners in the beauty industry fear the 3-digit tariffs on China could force prices to rise 15% or more. A $500 wig could end up costing you $600. And it's not
$500 wigs, and y'all bitches ain't got a pot to piss in or when to throw it out of. But then again, you all will clown other women because they cannot, I guess, afford the $500 wigs. And then you'll talk crap to them, with the little cheap ass wig that you got on. But bitch, both of y'all got on hair that don't belong to you, unless you buy it. But other than that, like you ain't grow it. And y'all will pick and clown and shame other women for not buying expensive hair that's somebody else's hair. And sometimes fake.
Not just the wigs.
Stocking caps, I'm using combs, I'm using needles, I'm using lace glue, I'm using lace primer.
Danielle
Lace glue and lace primer. Where's the Gorilla Glue at?
Wilson owns the best in Broward and Beauty Supply in Fort Lauderdale, where she cuts styles and colors. She hopes she won't be tariffed out of business.
It's scary when you think about it.
Back at the Beauty Supply at Lakes Mall, owner Zamitra Taylor says for now, she's trying to get creative to keep her prices from rising.
Lay away if you really need that. Now I'm trying to hold.
Lay away if you really need that help. We got layaway at the shops.
Out as long as I can.
She gonna try the whole lot from raising the prices on you, ladies.
Need that. Now I'm trying to hold out as long as I can.
This look like that Kanaka right here. That's that 1B and that 2A, or the 1B and the 2Bs, shit like that. Yeah, go ahead. That's that Kakalon, bitch.
I asked some of these business owners.
They call it braiding here, I think.
If they'd be willing to look into getting some of their supplies from other countries. They say when it comes, though, to pricing and quality, China is still unmatched. Live in Lauderdale Lakes.
China got the best hair. China got the best hair. They said my real hair costs nothing. That's a fact. Yeah. I done snuck on in here during the daytime. You said them wigs cost $50 wholesale. It's a doggone shame, though. But it's a shame that your best seller is damn near $500. Wigs. Hair. I can't. Oh, my God. But listen, one thing about it is, sisters, listen, you business owners and all that, when it comes down to hair, guess what's gonna happen? Oh, they still gonna buy the hair. I don't give it. Listen, you all can raise it up right now to $600 instead of the $500. Raise it up now before you have to raise it up. Watch what happens. They're gonna buy it. And then y'all got this thing called layaway too. Bitch, they gonna buy it. Listen, these ladies is not finna be around here without they lace fronts. They wigs. They love their hair more than they love their hair. Ooh, did I just say something poignant? They love their hair more than they love their hair. And what I mean by they love their hair, they love the hair that they buy more than the hair that comes out of their scalp. I know people gonna try to argue with me. We just like change it up, just like switch it. I don't want any of that dumb shit. I don't believe it. And I have the right to believe that you don't love your hair. Just like y'all walk around with damn it, what is it called? Beat faces. Who the hell came up with beats? Who came up with the terminology of beat face? That mean that your makeup is on heavy. That you got that makeup on and we don't know who you is. You do not look like your mama child. But they came up with the terminology beat face. Y'all walk around with that beat face shit. You do not like yourself, in my opinion. You don't like the way you look. Bitch, you think you ugly. That's just in my opinion. He said, if anybody blame mama for putting wigs on them at 4, I'm in agreement with you. He said, wow, y'all got black-owned beauty supply stores. He said, not in Chicago. Be more careful. Listen, I don't give a damn what the tariffs do. Mo gonna did, They will push their light bill back. Come on now. And Easter here too. Do you know how many of these babies finna get their hair did today? It's Friday. It's STD Friday. It's payday. It's Good Friday, which black folk really don't celebrate the Good Friday part. But Easter though, we just finna tear the flea market up this here weekend. They got to get their churn, their Easter fist and shit like that. They got to get their little girls, their little dresses and stuff, which typically they little girls, they don't even wear little dresses until Easter. Got to get them little baskets and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they got to get the little boys the little suits, and now they finna go to church. But it's that hair though. She going around there to get that goddamn hair. He said, never heard of a father buying or putting wigs on his daughter. I've never heard of it either. I've never heard of a man, a father buying and putting wigs on his daughter. I've never, and I've been on earth a long time. Ever. Nope. We gonna try to brush and comb their hair. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't got, I gotta run up to the beauty supply store to have my daughter look beautiful. I just don't, but then again, children's best left with their mama them. Children's best left with their mama them. When you break it down like that, to where you got to pay attention to the words, and the words gets into your brain, into your, what is the thing called? Your frontal lobe and your subconscious and all that. It's scientific. The words is imputed inside your brain to make you believe some things, and you're not even understanding. Beauty supply. Y'all whole ugly. Y'all is unbeautiful. And you got to come around here to this business to get beautiful now. Yeah. You ever notice how so many women be sad when their hair ain't done? No, go to talking slick when their hair get did, huh? I'm trying to tell you something that I know, man. Move right along. I ain't gonna much hold you. Y'all, we screaming live on rumble.com, the Willie Williams Show. Twitter.com, the Willie Williams Show. Thank y'all for being around here. Let me get a refresh on that right there. Twitch.tv.com, the Willie Williams Show. We're trying to get this thing up to 255 by the end of the night. by the end of the night. I need the support, like I always say. Help a player out. Don't be afraid. Hold on, let me see if I can paste this. And can I push that? Oh, I got to sign in. Oh, I got to sign in, but I ain't finna sign in on this one right here. So we're gonna do that. And if you was on YouTube right now, and what I got pinned up at the top is GoFundMe. If y'all like to support a player with his GoFundMe around here, I'm trying to build. I'm trying to stay afloat. My mental health has been shocked, like with like a taser or something. It's been like shock, and it shifted, and it have me. Damn it, I need counseling, and counseling costs, and I need to make a way to get my mental health back together, and it costs us money. Like they done killed the number 3 channel. I'm suffering, going through it right now. Yeah. So the link is up there if y'all like to go ahead on and go around now. Moving right along. We got a situation that had done happened out here at a school. They calling it teachers' misconduct. I'm finna let y'all hear a story, see a story. Out of Milwaukee. Milwaukee parents. They upset and they describing some stuff. They upset and describing situations that had done happened between students and the teacher. Misconduct. You say those 2 ponytails is classic for dads to do. I love it. Facts. For real though. We know how to do those. Put a rubber band. Man, we rubber band the hell out of that little thing. Alright. Now it is confirmed that braiding hair causes fibroids and uterus problems, but we still gon' get it. Say pour hot water on it. It releases more chemicals that are bad for us. Remember we did the shows about that right there too. They still in the stoves. We have done shows about the harmful things that come from weaves and wigs and all that fly stuff right there. We did the shows on it. They just put up that hair thing, tariff thing yesterday. And the number 1 seller is damn near $500 wig. So they can give a damn about fibroids. Fibroids and uterus problems. They don't care about they monkeys. Care nothing about that. But the club jumping tonight. What is you talking about? Shampoo, conditioners, and Royal Crown hair grease had my daughter's hair down her back to this day. Said she nearly 30. Say I'm still doing it. That's what listen. That Royal Crown, the beast. If you darker hue and you ain't got that blue or I think that green. If you ain't got that and you ain't greasing your scalp, you missing out. Y'all got to get back to the original before all these damn chemicals. In my mind, this is what got y'all acting the ass out here because them chemicals done sat down in y'all follicles and stuff, and it has irritated y'all brain. Got y'all acting a plumb fool out here. Got y'all being the good mothers that y'all is. I think it got a lot to do with the hair and the perms. And notice, they came out and told y'all about both of them. I don't give a hoot about none of it. Well, we have Milwaukee parents who is describing the impact of a teacher, Rufus. There's a school called Rufus. Rufus King. Teachers done something strange. Here we go.
He said to me, "Mom, I trusted her. That was my teacher."
Shout that baby out for having her real with no makeup on. Go ahead.
Different.
Right now at 10, a TMJ4 News exclusive. The parents of 2 high school students share the heartbreak of their sons who they say are victims of a teacher's misconduct. One of those parents called TMJ4 News after her son told her what had happened to them at Rufus King High School. Tonight, we do know the Milwaukee Police Department is investigating alleged sex offenses. Here's Megan Lee.
He was like, "Mom, something really bad is going on, really, really bad."
It was a phone call from her son Tuesday morning that Relina Winman will never forget.
And he went and he blew the whistle.
Winman tells me her son, a junior at Rufus King High School, alerted administration about concerning behavior from one of his teachers with multiple male students.
She desired to always be in their presence.
We aren't naming the teacher, as she hasn't been criminally charged. However, the Rufus King principal sent this letter to parents on Wednesday saying the teacher has been removed pending a full investigation into allegations of misconduct involving students.
Do you think your son feels violated?
My son feels violated to the fullest degree. He do. He said to me, "Mom, I trusted her. That was my teacher."
The Milwaukee Police Department tells me that they are investigating a report of sex offenses reported on Tuesday.
But this caused him some damage. And I'm hoping that my baby recover.
And Winman's son isn't alone in those feelings.
Do you feel some lines were crossed with your son?
Most definitely. Most definitely.
This parent wants to remain anonymous to protect her son, who she says is involved in this investigation.
She would text him outside of school hours and everything, yes.
Did that ever concern you before, or did you not?
I did not know.
This mom always thought her son was safe at school.
I've been crying. I've been a mess. I've been missing work for this. I've been throwing up. Like, I can't sleep, nothing. Like, this is my baby.
These moms just want to elevate their sons' voices.
Why are you speaking out on behalf of all of these boys?
Because I love them very much. We want them to be successful. We never wanted them to come to school and be damaged.
I did speak to the teacher involved in this investigation, and she declined to make a comment. However, she tells me she has a hearing with the district next week. In Milwaukee, Megan Lee, TMJ4 News.
I wanted to ask you. All right. I'm glad you pointed that out. You say she the victim now. She throwing up. Mitch can't sleep. You better take some melatonin. What you throwing up for? I can't, boy. Hey, children best left with their mama them. We finna run this thing back, because I just want to
He said to me, "Mom, I trusted her."
Mom, I trusted her. Her son. Mom, I trusted her. Do y'all know that nothing happened with her son? He said, "Mom, I trusted her." Go ahead.
That was my
And then we got to ask the question, you trust her to do what, though?
teacher. Different.
Right now at 10, a TMJ4 News exclusive.
Because if you're telling us that you trusted her to not do anything sexual with other students, then that goes to show that students know it's not right to have sex with teachers. The reason I'm saying that because so many people be out here saying, well, you know, the students don't know no better. The students shouldn't be held accountable for having sex with the teachers. But if it's illegal, then they should be held liable because they do know it's a problem, according to like this student here. But go ahead.
The parents of two high school students share the heartbreak of their sons, who they say are victims of a teacher's misconduct. One of those parents called TMJ4 News after her son told her what had happened to them at Rufus King High School.
Shout out for having her low cut. I like that low cut.
Tonight, we do know the Milwaukee Police Department is investigating alleged sex offenses. Here's Megan Lee.
Say what black boy talks like that. There you go.
He was like, "Mom, something really bad is going on, really, really bad."
It was a phone call from her son Tuesday morning that Raylina Winman will never forget.
And
phone call from her son.
He went and he blew the whistle.
Winman
So he snitched. Go ahead.
tells me her son, a junior at Rufus King High School, alerted administration about concerning behavior from one of his teachers with
So the junior, he's in the 11th grade.
multiple male students.
Say that part right there again from his sister.
Behavior from one of his teachers,
Hold on.
junior at Rufus King High School, alerted administration about concerning behavior from one of his teachers with
Concerning behavior. Why they won't tell us exactly what this teacher supposedly did? Why?
multiple male students.
She desired to.
She did something with multiple male students. What can you do with multiple male students? And how he just found out that. I got a question. Well, did he see her do things with multiple male students, or did he hear about the time to where she did something with multiple male students? And if he just hadn't heard about it, So he just went on ahead and ran to the authorities or something? You say he was jealous. I'm about to go ahead on and believe you.
One of his teachers with multiple male students.
She desired to always be in their presence.
We aren't naming the teacher.
Oh, say she desired to always be in their presence. I'm starting to understand. I'm starting to understand what he mean, in my opinion, by Mom, I trusted her. I'm starting to understand it. Go ahead.
As she hasn't been criminally charged. However, the Rufus King principal sent this letter to parents on Wednesday saying the teacher has been removed pending a full investigation into allegations of misconduct involving students.
I think, in my opinion, he put this teacher on a pedestal. He put this teacher on such a pedestal that he did not look at her as a whore. The things that she supposedly did with the students showed him that she's a whore. It happened to the best of us. It happens to a whole bunch of us players. When we be out here, we may be liking somebody, or we look at this person as like our mama, like a god, and then we find out that little bitch a hoe. This bitch that I put up on the pedestal is a hoe out here in the street. That can destroy a player, and it has destroyed a whole bunch of us. Go ahead, though.
Do you think your son feels violated?
My son feels violated to the fullest.
Okay, so he feels violated to the fullest. Y'all do understand, like I had done said in the beginning, the teacher ain't doing anything to him, and he feel violated to the fullest. So I trusted her. So did she promise him something? Did they have a relationship or something? Because if she was having sexual things with other students and not him, how do he feel violated? Huh?
Degree. He do. He said, my son feels violated to the fullest degree.
And she say to the fullest as if she did something to him.
He do. He said to me, Mom, I trusted her. That was my teacher.
The Milwaukee Police
You trusted her and she smashing the other students.
Department tells me that they
allegedly
are investigating a report of sex offenses reported on Tuesday.
And she did it with multiple. Listen, it sounds like some fellatio was going on, or she had a train ran on.
But this caused him some damage.
And ladies, I want y'all to understand this right here. The mother said that this caused him some damage. A lot of us players is damaged. Again, because we look at women as these princesses and angels and gods. We really do. When we're young, we really do look at y'all as special beings. And maybe this was his first time personally experiencing someone he really cared about. He really cared about. He found out that she is not who she portrayed herself to be and or who he believed she was. A lot of us go through that.
I'm hoping that my baby recover.
And when men
he hoping. What type of little boy is it? Hold on. He's a junior, so he know that it's out here smashing. He know what sex is. Let's not do that right there. He might not recover about what? That the teacher was being smashed? So he ain't got the internet? He ain't got social media? He ain't no watch some porn or something like that right there? What type of student is this? Hold on. Run it back.
I'm hoping that my baby recover.
And when men
these boys be needing daddies, just in my mind.
Son isn't alone in those feelings.
Do you feel some lines were crossed with your son?
Most definitely.
There you go. You say, Willie, the students probably showed him a video. You got a point, right? That's probably what had done happen. I'm trying to tell you, listen. That baby probably turned in them videos. That baby was out there doing the most. Hell, she probably getting it from the front and the back. And it just goes back to putting females on the pedestal. That's all. I promise you that's all it is.
Alone in those feelings.
Do you feel some lines were crossed with your son?
Most definitely.
So this is a different mother here, so all right.
Most definitely.
This parent wants to remain anonymous to protect her son, who she says is involved in this investigation.
She would text my side of school hours and everything, yes.
Did that?
She did what?
She says is involved in this investigation.
She would text my side of school hours and everything, yes.
Did that ever concern?
I don't even know what she said right there. Hold on, I gotta put the closed caption on. I gotta put the closed caption on because I want to hear what she said.
Would text my side of school hours
To remain anonymous, to protect.
and everything, yes.
Did that?
I'm not backing it up enough. Here we go.
Crossed with your son?
Most definitely. Most definitely.
This parent wants to remain anonymous to protect her son, who she says is involved in this investigation.
She would text my side of school hours and everything, yes.
Did that ever concern you before, or did you not?
I did not know.
This mom always thought her son was safe at school.
I don't understand what she said. I do not. Would text my side? Okay, so she's talking about texting. All right, hold on.
School hours and everything, yes.
Did that ever
School hours?
Investigation.
She would text my side of school hours and everything, yes.
She would text my son during the hours of school?
Involved in this investigation.
She would text my side of school hours and everything, yes.
Did that ever concern you before, or did you not?
I did not know.
This mom always thought her son.
You did not know, so the teacher was texting your son, and you didn't know, and your son didn't tell you that that his teacher or that teacher was texting him, I guess, some inappropriate stuff or something like that right there.
Was safe at school.
I've been crying. I've been a mess. I've been missing work for this.
You've been missing work. That's part that I want to get to. What the fuck you mean you've been missing work? You got some PTO or something like that right now? Or you just missing work? I can't come to work because my child just went through something at the school. I don't understand the miss work part.
I've been missing work for this. I've been throwing up. Like, I can't sleep, nothing. Like, this is my baby.
Do y'all understand that she was talking about her son was being texted, so they was texting back and forward. She said nothing physical happened. And you can't sleep. You can't work. You throwing up.
Her son was safe at school.
I've been crying. I've been a mess. I've been missing work for this. I've been throwing up. Like, I can't sleep, nothing. Like, this is my baby.
This is why they need daddies, dog. I can't. Could you imagine a man speaking like either one of these women was just speaking? They both said, "This my baby. This my baby." They damn near adults. I do understand. No matter how old my child is, he's still my baby. Y'all play too much.
These moms just want to elevate their sons' voices.
Why are you speaking out on behalf of all of these boys?
Because I love them very much. We want them to be successful. We never wanted them to come to school and be damaged.
Y'all want them to be successful. Y'all want them to be successful. I hope y'all had daddies for these boys. Because remember, y'all want them to be successful. And if we look at the numbers, especially boys tend to be more successful when they got their fathers in their life. They tend to not go to jail as much. They tend to not be in violent situations as much. They tend to not do all of the things that is bad when it comes down to black boys. When they got a daddy in their life, less of the problems happens, right?
I did speak to the teacher involved in this investigation, and she declined to make a comment. However, she tells me she has a hearing with the district next week. In Milwaukee, Megan.
Can't take these folks here. I just.
And
so neither one of y'all children was physically assaulted. Neither one. which I want y'all to understand, they still have not told us what the teacher allegedly did. I want y'all to understand, they not telling us that.
And I'm hoping that my baby recover.
And I hate when y'all be acting like y'all crying and damn it, your eyes ain't watery and you ain't got tears in your eyes. I don't like when y'all do that fly shit right there because it makes me like y'all lying. Faking like you crying meaning that you lying. You lying about you trying to cry or that you is crying. Maybe I'm not explaining it right, but anyway.
And I'm hoping that my baby recover.
And when Mensah,
that little part right there just be throwing me. I hope my baby recover. So your baby, like somebody said inside of the comment section, he probably saw a video. He probably saw a video. She was getting the best. She was getting smashed out there in these streets. Allegedly. And it threw them off because, listen, and mothers, to all you mothers who don't believe that your children need a father and male influences and all this right here, y'all talk to your boys different. Y'all talk to your daughters different. We talk to the boys and the girls different. This is why they actually need both parents. Typically, men will never say children don't need their mamas. Women will say children don't need their fathers. Hoping he come back from it. Hoping he can.
I'm hoping that my baby recover.
Recover is the word. I don't understand. If he saw a sex act, what, you can't recover from a sex act? That's his teacher ain't his mama. I can kind of I still can't understand, but I can kind of be like more or less understanding if it was the mama that he probably saw something that he wasn't supposed to see, and I hope he bounced back from that. I could kind of get that. That is the teacher. How is he so hurt over a teacher, and he has a mother at home, a loving mother? Okay. She like the second teacher. She is like his second mama. I get that right there. But the one thing that I want this mother and other mothers to understand, whatever has him in shock, it will actually help him in the future when it comes to dealing with women. Because one of the closest women in his life disappointed him. So now the thought process that he had of women has been shattered. And a lot of times that can be a good thing. So now he's not blind to females. It's just humans. They're not superhumans. They're not gods. They're not all of that other stuff that we be thinking in our brains. They're just humans. And they have their ups and downs, they good and they bads, you know. But for the most part, a lot of us boys at the time, we do believe that the majority of the shit that females do is like right and on the positive and on the da. We don't look at them as them hoes out there in the streets when we young like that right there. So this could be a good thing. And baby, he will bounce back. He just will bounce back with a different mentality. He will question everything, or at least more than what he was questioning. I promise you, he gonna question more. Yes, this is first lesson of how females really is. And I promise you this. He saw it with his teacher and he was damaged, and now he have questions. He have questions about you too, baby. Because he got you on a pedestal too. Probably got his aunties on the pedestal, his grandma on the pedestal. He probably got every female in his life on the pedestal. He may not come to her with those questions because he ain't made it there yet. But boy, I'm here to tell you, it's in his brain now. Mm-hmm. He said he might become a pimp now. You got a good point right there. Uh-huh. The best pimp, and a lot of people don't really understand pimps. The majority of pimps has went through something that hurt them, that damaged them. And typically, it was the females who they had on the pedestals. I can't believe this bitch done did this right here. And they was hurt so bad. But that's because of how we was raised and what we believe that women were. Anyway, move right along. I ain't gonna be much hold you. I'm trying to tell you, baby, listen. It's gonna work out. He's still living. And boy gonna be all right. He is gonna be all right. Then we got a vigil. If y'all just not coming on in, we also streaming live on Twitch, Twitter, and Rumble. The community in New Haven holds a vigil for a 15-year-old who had been killed out here in these streets. That's why you got to teach. You really do got to teach children about real life. You got to teach your children about living and enjoying life. Hell, we got to teach each other as adults you better learn how to live and enjoy life. This thing can be short.
Dennis and Lisa are off tonight. Tonight, a vigil and balloon release were held in New Haven to remember a teenager who was shot and killed. News 8's Bob Wilson was there and has the very latest on the investigation.
This is Greenwood Street. The police blocked both ends of it right here. And if you look down here, you can see motorcycles have been showing up. They brought a lot of balloons, hundreds of balloons released into the air to remember a 15-year-old man who lost his life right here on the street in front of his mother.
Say that again to let us know how a lot of lighter hue players look at black teens.
A lot of balloons, hundreds of balloons released into the air to remember a 15-year-old man.
Do it again, player.
Here to remember a 15-year-old man who lost his life right here on the street.
Just one more time.
You can see motorcycles have been showing up. They brought a lot of balloons, hundreds of balloons released into the air to remember a 15-year-old man who lost his life right here on the street in front of his mother.
15-year-old man done died.
They're devastated, heartbroken, speechless, numbed.
The family gathering on the porch, on the sidewalk, in the street, hugging one another, comforting each other. Hundreds of people releasing hundreds of balloons in memory of 15-year-old Aaron Robinson.
When I seen the balloons go in the air, I just thought, you know, he's resting in peace, and it's just tragic, you know, because he's 15 years old, didn't even really get a chance to live yet, you know.
It happened Tuesday in broad daylight. Police say Robinson was chased from the corner store by a car and gunned down as he ran to his house for safety. His mother witnessed the entire event.
I actually stayed up with Mom, been at the hospital, even when they pronounced him, and my heart is so numb. My 15-year-old will be in attendance. My 15-year-old actually knew him, and they were in school together.
In the crowd, community leaders, mentors, clergy, and bikers encouraging parents and kids to reach out.
It doesn't have to resort into this to get the love that you have mentors and clergy and biker organizations coming out, all for these young people.
Chief Jacobson and Mayor Elliker at the vigil to pay their respects to the family. Detectives have been working around the clock looking for the car, looking for the multiple suspects after talking to witnesses.
Luckily, the community has been of great help from us, and you know, video surveillance doesn't lie, and we're going to be following up on every lead possible for this.
And the one message that echoed over and over again was put down the guns. If someone here picks up a gun to retaliate and shoot somebody for shooting Aaron, they say that'll just be another mother, another community mourning a loss.
So that kind of lets us know that the family or friends is willing to retaliate, that there's a strong possibility that somebody will retaliate.
Someone here picks up a gun to retaliate and shoot somebody for shooting Aaron, they say that'll just be another mother, another community mourning a loss. In New Haven, Bob.
Say, did he stop to drain the weasel? You mean like Ricky? You mean like Ricky? Now listen, shout out for this low cut though, because she remind me of one of them aunties in church.
Witnessed the entire event.
I actually stayed up with Mom.
She got that low cut like she on the school board. You know what I'm saying?
Been at the hospital, even when they pronounced him, and my heart is so numb. My 15-year-old will be in attendance. My 15-year-old actually knew him, and they were in school together.
In the crowd, community leaders, mentors, clergy, and bikers encouraging parents and kids to reach out.
It doesn't have to resort into this to get the love that you have mentors and clergy and biker.
You said that's not her real? That ain't. Dog, I like the low cut. I thought, well, it could be one of them low cut wigs.
Hospital, even.
See, because everybody that can't rock the low cut now. Everybody that cannot rock the low cut, but this fits her face though.
When they pronounced him, and my heart is.
But I thought that, well, did I really think that was her real? I probably did think that was her real.
So numb. My 15-year-old will be in attendance. My 15-year-old actually knew him, and they were in school together.
In the crowd.
Got to be more careful. That boy done lost his doggone life out here in these streets, and I hope, well, we're not going to pay attention. We're not going to do anything different because next week or tomorrow, or hell, later on today, we're going to have another 15-year-old dead. Later on today, a matter of fact, let me go on to write that down. Later on today, I'm going to write today, 15-year-old dead. So and I'm saying this at 1:35. At 1:35, when we come back tonight, I am going to have looked up to see if there was any 15-year-olds who had done died today after 1:35 p.m. I may be a prophet. May be a prophet. Let me get that off my screen. Get that right out the screen. All right, we got there. Okay, we got to do this other school thing. We got the domestic thing gone. School thing. All right. Since we just talked about a 15-year-old, we can go on back into the schools real quick. We have a San Antonio. Let's go around here to San Antonio to where the San Antonio teen who had died after a fight between several students leads to a shooting. Boy, listen. Goddamn school shootings and Willie, they just killed.
Police in San Antonio are looking for a group of kids who they say ambushed a 14-year-old, shooting and killing him.
Killed the 14-year-old.
Earl Studemeyer from our sister station has more from the school that those students attend.
Hearts are heavy here at Brewer Academy one day after 14-year-old Simon Cuevas was killed just blocks away from the school. Parents I spoke with say they're on edge, not knowing if their children will get home safely from school.
I feel like, oh my God, let me call my grandson, and I thank God he wasn't at school yesterday.
One by one, students are getting scanned at Brewer Academy before they go inside.
When they get on the bus, they are use the wand to make sure that there's no weapon. When they get off the bus and before going into the building, we do it again. Before students are dismissed to go into the vault or to walk.
One parent dropping her daughter off says she's worried about her safety, not being able to reach her, especially when she walks home after school.
Let the kids have their technology, because how are we going to know that they're safe?
In the same way that our parents knew that whether we were safe or not when we was walking home back in the day from school, because we didn't have the technology and stuff like that, the way that they found out whether we were safe or not, if we made it home. That's the way that our parents found out whether we were safe or not. If we made it home unmolested, we were safe. They don't need the technology.
She walks home after school.
Let the kids have their technology, because how are we going to know that they're safe? How are we going to know if they made it home?
Y'all understand, if they don't make it home and if they was attacked or anything, guess what you could have not done? Prevented it. You could have not stopped them from being attacked. Just because your child has their phone does not mean that you can save their lives on the way home. Just can't happen.
18-year-old Simon Cuevas was killed after police say a group of 17s ambushed him as he walked home from school. Police say Cuevas was beaten before one of the teens pulled out a gun and shot him.
Damn, so y'all beat him up and shot him?
All teens involved ran off. Parents I spoke with say they're heartbroken and hope justice gets served.
I hope they catch those kids. They need to pay for what they did. I feel for his parents. My condolences to all his family.
Superintendent Aquino says they're providing all surveillance from Brewer Academy to police to aid in their investigation. On the west side,
Got to be more careful. They would say, how else is we gonna know if they safe? Really? I don't even think that she thought that there through. And this is what I be meaning by thinking stuff through. So if she just said, let the children have their technology so we can know that they're safe, that lets us know that they are not allowing them to have their technology now. And you know that they're safe once they make it home. I don't think she thought it through. Let them have their technology. Huh?
Able to reach her, especially when she walks home after school.
Let the kids have their technology, because how are we going to know that they're safe?
Yep. So I was right. So that statement means that they're not allowed to have their technology. And for some reason, you know that they are safe when they are safe. He say she's just a lazy parent. That's what it could be. That's what it could be. These babies just be out here talking. They just be out here talking. We don't. But listen, a lot of us, man, we just be out here talking and we just don't think things through. We be trying to make a point sometime, but again, we just ain't thought it through. And it happens to the best of us. And I do really understand that right there, that it do happen to the best of us. Hey, what time is it? It's 1:41. Listen, I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave it right there. I got that one. I did that one. That was a little team thing we just did. Let me get her off the screen. She crying for nothing. I don't like you crying. It's all the doggone time. Get that off. We can say that right there. See that. We're going to do that. Got that. That's a little bit later. All right. Bam. Oh, did I even talk? Oh, I ain't talk about Lil Mama? Oh, I did talk about little cocaine. Little cocaine kind of girl. Out here, traffic 10 out here in these doggone street. Listen, man, y'all give yourself a pat on the back, boy. Y'all done made it to the end of the night. The end of the night. The pop-up midday show. Just for the pop-up midday, man. I really do appreciate y'all for rocking with a player. We had 147 likes. We got 147 likes. That's kind of cute. It's kind of cute, I guess. Hell, share, subscribe. Shout out to everybody who was over there on Rumble, Twitch, and Twitter. Thank y'all for coming on around here. And I do understand that y'all did not know that I was gonna go live. I should have said something, but I said I think I have a surprise for you good people. And this was a surprise. You say you coming back tonight? Yes. I'm coming back tonight. Say thanks, Willie, for the pop-up. You is welcome. Players, prostate cancer awareness around here at the Willie Williams Show says it's just a finger. So your prostate don't work, your meat don't work. Mess around and lose your little la-la and or your life is your choice. You make the call. Your body, your booty. I am here to help. Yes, I am. Yes, I'm Miz. I really do appreciate y'all for rocking with the player. Subscribe. I do understand that a lot of y'all missed the midday news. I get it. But as of now, we still on the nightly news, and it starts at 7 o'clock out here in these streets. Remember, y'all share the word, spread the word, do all this good thing about the word. And hopefully we can come back and have a good time on this wonderful SD Friday. Y'all remember, do not, and I repeat, do not be around here with these right here. Do not be around here with none of these right here. This is a felony. It's a felony. We're going to put some trank on you. Then we're going to put a Holland light-skinned baby on you. Yeah, no. I'm going to do something like that right there. Listen, and we're going to tell the police that you is an illegal. We're going to call the police and tell that, damn it, we have an illegal with fentanyl and a Holland lighter hue baby. Kidnap. Yes. At least sit you down for like the weekend. Till you really, really understand You got to live your best doggone life. That's all SCD Friday is about. Do exactly what you want to do with your life. Don't let nobody else tell you what to do. It's your life. At least take 52 days out of the year to act on you being in control of your doggone life. Because a lot of us, we're not in control of our life. At least take you 1 day a week. I'm trying to help. Listen, man, I'm finna go on and get on up out of here. Say, hey, Willie, sending you plenty of love from Chicago, a.k.a. Shot-Town. Say, keep schooling the babies out here in these streets. Hashtag Willie say hush. That's what I'm talking about. Man, y'all have a good one. I'm going to see y'all later. I'm